Astronomy is the study of stars and our galaxy. The Mesopotamians, whose civilization existed in 4000 BCE, built observatories called ziggurats and realized the positions of the stars showed changes in the seasons. The Egyptians, also of 4000 BCE, used astronomy as a calendar to predict the Nile flooding. Stonehenge, built between 3000 BCE and 2000 BCE in Wiltshire, the entrance points to match the summer sunrise and winter sunset. China of the 1200s BCE had the most accurate observations of astronomy, recording 900 solar eclipses and 600 lunar eclipses. Thales of 624 to 546 BCE was a Greek philosopher who was the first to explain natural phenomena without mythology. Pythagoras, living between 582 and 500 BCE, discovered planets were spheres and moved on circular paths around an object that he called the central fire. Babylonians of the 1200 BCE made star catalogs listing star constellations and planets. Aristotle lived between 384 and 322 BCE. An acceptant of Eudoxus' model said the Earth and Moon must be spheres because of shadows and phases of the Moon. Aristarchus lived in 310 to 230 BCE, and he wrote a book on geometry and then used geometry to study astronomy. Eratosthenes lived in 276 to 195 BCE, accurately found the size of the Earth through geometry. Hipparchus discovered a new star in 134 BCE and created a log of all the brightest stars in the sky. The Mayan civilization from 0 to 1000 CE, they recorded the rising and setting of Venus in the sky. Ptolemy is a writer of Alexandria from 127 to 151, and he accurately depicted the path of planets. Islamic astronomers worked from Spain to Central Asia and translated ancient Greek astronomy. Copernicus lived from 1473 to 1543 CE and proposed the first heliocentric model of the solar system. Broad lived at 1546 to 1601 CE, and his observations supported Copernicus's theories. Galileo, who lived between 1564 to 1642 CE, was the first to use a telescope to study astronomy. Kepler lived in 1571 to 1630 CE and discovered that planets travel on ellipses, not circles. Isaac Newton lived from 1642 to 1727 CE and pooled ideas about motion and gravity. Edmund Halley of 1656 to 1742 CE calculated the orbit of Halley's Comet. Einstein, living in 1876 to 1955 CE, created the general theory of relativity. Niels Bohr of 1885 to 1962 contributed to study of atomic structure, including the movement of electrons around the nucleus. Wolfgang Pauli lived from 1900 to 1985 and found that two of the same phenomena in quantum mechanics cannot occupy the same state simultaneously. Werner Heisenberg, living in 1901 to 1976, was a creator of quantum mechanics, which deals with physical actions occurring on the atomic and subatomic scale. Edwin Hubble, born in 1889 and died in 1953, created extragalactical astronomy, which focuses on astronomy beyond the Milky Way. George Lemaitre of 1894 to 1966 was the first academic to support the theory of an expanding universe. Robert Oppenheimer of 1904 to 1967 made contributions to the theory of black holes. Fred Hoyle of 1915 to 2001 was known for stellar nucleosynthesis, which is that stars have different concentrations of chemical elements due to nuclear fusion. Penson and Wilson won a Nobel Prize in 1978 for their discovery of cosmic microwave background radiation, or radiation left from the Big Bang. Armstrong and Aldrin were the first men to walk on the moon's surface and collect lunar rocks for study on the 20th of July, 1969.